You guys, we're back. Two shows this week. Sean, Javon. It's been a busy 24, 48 hours in sports. It's actually some of the, I love this type of, when things are popping, things are going on. I love it. Javon, what's good, man?
Yeah, it's always something to talk about, right? And then you always
Yeah.
have a reason to turn on your TV. So, yeah, I'm with you. A busy news cycle means things are good, and I think the spring every 3 years is slowly turning into it's starting to have a competition with November for the best time on the sports calendar because
This,
it's WBC,
yep.
NCAA tournament, and out of nowhere, NFL free agency has become what the NBA free agency used to be. Uh, so
Yes.
with that in every weekend you got either a UFC event or a boxing match. It's trying to get there. It's trying to get there. But November, when you got a full month of you might see baseball every weeknight, the NFL 3 times a week, plus the NBA, plus uh the midseason events in college basketball, like the Maui Invitational or
Yep.
the Crown now. Hey man, it's great. Speaking of Maui Invitational, Sean, I got a real interesting stat for you that I think I might have put y'all on to yesterday. Uh USC. I want to say so they lost to Washington yesterday, which is oof, rough for them. Uh the Trojans are, I want to say, just the fourth team ever to win the Maui Invitational and not make the NCAA tournament. It's
Wow.
March, man. It's March. It's March.
It's March, man. I love it. I can't wait because Thursday, Friday, starting next week, actually, I just be at the crib. I'd be at 12
Mm.
o'clock. There's games. Like, those are my days I work virtually. I'm so excited. I love those 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be
USC
it's been
got screwed by Chad Baker Mazar just leaving the team with 2 weeks left in the regular season. But hey,
I thought he got kicked off.
whichever happened, either
Uh,
way, like that's rough. That's their best. Now, granted, Chad's either my age or older, so it's time for him to get the hell out of college basketball. But still, my goodness.
listen, it has to be an age. They have to put an age limit at some point. 5 years, like you said, you cannot be 20. What is he? 24,
He,
25?
he's 25 or 26. He's one of them. Yeah.
Playing football. Excuse me, he's playing basketball against 18, 19-year-old kids.
No,
Come
so you
on.
want to know how bad it is? It's somebody who graduated in my graduating class that called my homeboy that I coached, who's 2 years younger than me, who's coaching at a D3 right now. Called him talking about, hey man, I'm trying to transfer. I know you got a spot for him.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yo, what? You about to go play for somebody who played that was 2 graduating classes younger than you? That's how bad it's getting out here.
No, it makes no sense. Go. There's real life jobs you can go do. Start a business. Like it's
But
time.
life's about way more than what you can do with a little round
Yeah,
ball, bro. I
yeah,
promise you.
yeah,
Let it go.
exactly.
Let it
Let it
go.
go. Yeah, let it go. And one last thing before we get into the topics. NFL, stop it. Now you want to do a game before Thanksgiving? Come
Yes,
on, like, come,
that day
stop,
belongs to college basketball. Leave Thanksgiving
stop,
Eve alone. Sean, you don't know the
stop.
joy I get when I go home. We can see our big ass kitchen and TV in the front room from the kitchen. Sean, I go out on probably we'll say Tuesday night, maybe Wednesday morning. But it's sometime in between the breaks and the action of the Maui Invitational, of the Crown, of the Bad Boy Mowers Classic, all these events, right? Go grocery shopping, come back, and I'm in the kitchen all day Wednesday, watching basketball and getting the food ready for tomorrow. I don't need that disturbed by the NFL. I want college basketball all day on Thanksgiving Eve. Leave it alone. Y'all never took Christmas from tried to take Christmas from the NBA. It ain't been going too hot the last 2 years. Leave it alone, man. Y'all shouldn't be playing on Thursday night anyway. Sunday night, and Monday night. That's all you need. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and Monday night. But everything's about money now, and that's why college sports has gotten so messed up.
At some point, especially if they go to 18 games, I'm not going to be surprised if either Tuesday or Wednesday night becomes another day for football. I won't be surprised. Maybe Fridays. Well, actually, I'll take that back. It'll definitely be Thursday and Friday.
And this is why I say the NFL has the worst players union and the dumbest athletes. Because how did you let the NFL push it to 17?
Yeah.
And how did you let them get a provision that will allow them to push it to 18 whenever they damn well choose in the next 2-3 years?
It's gonna go to 18.
And it like how do you buy that they're going for player safety? How do you let them start getting Wednesday games on the calendar?
Makes no sense. Yeah. They're gonna start. It's gonna be Friday within 5 years.
Well, they can't do Fridays. Sports Broadcasting Act protects Fridays and Saturdays for
college football.
I'm gonna say from Labor Day through Thanksgiving. Fridays and Saturdays are protected.
Oh, okay. All right. So I didn't know that. So then that changes. But just we shouldn't be having games the day before Thanksgiving. Like, come on. I just think it's too much. Roger Goodell, we understand you guys are number one, and you're number one with a bullet. There's no one even close to the NFL in these parts. But come on, we don't need it every day. Like, I just think it's too much. I think it's too much. I don't even like Thursday night football. How many times we've been on the? I don't like Thursday night football. I watch it because obviously it's football, but I don't think the quality of games sometimes are that good. I just don't.
Sometimes it's being generous.
Yes, it's not good.
All right, well, Sean, I'll tell you what else wasn't good. Bam Adebayo now is in second place for the single game scoring record. 83 points against the Washington Wizards the other night. This brother shot less than 50% from the field. And no business being on the floor at all for any second or fourth quarter. Shot 7 of 22 from the three-point line. Took 46 free throws, and his team started fouling while they were up 25 against the Wizards for his numbers. Nasty work.
Disgusting. I've been on social media I was watching it. My girl's next to me. I was hurt. Yo, Javon, I was hurt because 81 means something to me. 81 means something to Kobe fans. Like, it means something to basketball lore. The record's 100, but 100 there's no record of that. We didn't see it unless someone was there writing or we hear about it. But 81, we got to see it. You go on YouTube and watch it. So when you look at 81, I look at 81 as like it's just magical. And to see Bam do it, I can't lie. When he had 77, I was like, no, come on. Then I'm watching it with my girl, and I was heartbroken about it. I'm still passionate and heartbroken about it because I don't like the fact that why would you like? I just don't get it. I'm like, why would you just keep him in the game for that? Like, why are you doing that? Like, that made me so mad. I can't lie. It made me upset. I'm disappointed in Eric Spoelstra. I'm disappointed in the Miami Heat organization. You're better than that. Because you know how many times Kobe could have scored 80 twice, but he was up by 60-something. He had 60-something points in 3 quarters against Dallas. It was like, nah, I ain't gonna do this anymore. Like, that ruined the integrity of the game. You cannot be missing free throws, fouling on purpose. That 80, and it's gonna go 10 years from now. Everybody's gonna say the record's 83. Well, the second best is 83. But deep down inside, that was a disgrace. Bam should have known better. If I was Bam, I'm like, nah. Kobe was my favorite player. I can't get it like this. Like, you would have still had 78, 77. We'll remember it. But doing it the way he did it, I didn't like it. It broke my heart. And even today, even if you could tell, I'm still passionate about it.
I'm not going to make this about Kobe Bryant because it's not. You can feel how you want to feel. Got a chance to get a record, you go ahead. It's the fashion and what they did it. I mean, in the way, that Miami did it. Again, you're hype. You're blowing out the Wizards. Y'all the same team that started crying in the post game about Dwayne Wade calling y'all out for all this playing stuff. And I'm glad D Wade responded yesterday. Like, yo, I'm broker than I should be. Not broke, but I don't have as much money as I should because I took all the pay cuts in the world for the Miami Heat to win, to uphold the standard. I am Miami Heat basketball. The things I've accomplished, I'm going to hold you to that standard. And that standard ain't the playing. And I fully agree with D Wade. I don't hear any more about Heat culture when you did what you did the other night. I say again, against the Wizards, fouling up 25, leaving him in the game. Sean, what really pissed me off about it is they rested everyone else and kept him in. And I look at the schedule that's coming up. That's the other part that really ticked me off. Y'all are the play-in specialists these days. You start going out Washington, you're supposed to, all right, come on, y'all take a break. Get ready for this upcoming week of games. Because they've got a gauntlet coming up, Sean. After Milwaukee tonight, Orlando, who you haven't beaten yet this season, and is one game behind you for first place in the Southeast. Charlotte, in your division, for playing a playoff spot rather than a play-in. The Lakers, the Rockets in Houston, the Spurs, and 2 games at Cleveland, who are seated higher than you. Do those sound like cupcake games, Sean?
No.
That sound like a stretch of games where we about to find out just who you are.
Yep.
And you're concerned about chasing a record with the Wizards.
Yeah.
That's my issue. And these sorry-ass referees. No one on earth has ever done anything to earn 46 free throws in a game. But Will Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal. And I got news for you. Bam Adebayo ain't sniffing their feet. Let's just relax.
Exactly.
46 free throws. 7 for 22. Sean, yeah, I sent the screenshots of both box scores to our group chat, one of my Temple guys, and one with the homeboys, just to compare these. Like, for the purposes of, there is somewhat of a Kobe Bryant element to it, to where I say
it is.
This 81-point game is better than this 83-point game. The Lakers were up 18. I mean, won that game by 18. He played 42 minutes. Lamar Odom played 43 minutes. The Lakers had to play him that long because they had no depth on that team. And that game was close for a good little bit. 28 for 46 is efficient. He made the same exact amount of threes as Bam on 9 fewer attempts. And he took 26 fewer free throws.
Come on.
The Heat were up big heading into the fourth quarter. I say it again, the Heat were up big heading into the fourth quarter.
Should have sat.
You cannot tell me that Bam's game or Luka's 70 ball are as good as Carmelo and LeBron's 60-point games. You can't tell me.
No.
Again, Luka was stat padding, no. But you go look at that game. Look at how atrocious the defense was.
The Hawks were not playing any defense. That me and you could have scored at least 10 points in that game.
They just were. Here you go.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I never seen anything like that.
I mean, it was open like cheeks at Magic City. I mean, I can't believe that. We ain't. Come on, man. It's out of hand. Call me a hater if you want. I don't care.
I don't care either.
Disgusting.
I don't care. People, I was watching the end of the last 2 minutes. The Heat are purposely missing free throws for this.
Purposely missing free throws.
Come on.
That's my issue. Just the violation of the integrity of the game for a team that has underaccomplished for years now. That's where the Kobe part. Y'all are the play-in Heat. Y'all went from being the standard organization of the Eastern Conference, replaced by no one but the Celtics.
Yep.
To this. And my brothers in the IG chat, the 31 points in the first quarter were fine. He was hooping. I got no problem with anything he did before the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the first 3 quarters I'm fine with.
That's where it got egregious. Y'all are fouling up 25. Like I said, the Cavs twice, the Lakers, the Spurs, the Magic, the Hornets. Y'all better win these games. Go ahead and look like some dog crap in these games and watch how I come back on this podcast. Because life has a funny way of things like this working out, where you prioritize the wrong stuff, and then where your priorities should have been lined come around, and you just fall short. Don't let it happen, Miami. Please don't. Pat Riley, come home to the Lakers, man. And your voice to Rand John in Miami. Go ahead back that way. Because this is ridiculous. I can't believe what I saw. That is the most egregious acts in basketball I've ever seen. Ever.
I would love to
James Harden back in the day didn't get 46 free throw attempts, and he was the king of drawing fouls.
Shea doesn't get 46. That was ridiculous.
Shea Alexander somewhere with steam coming out his ears. Because damn, had a bio get 46 free throws. Sean, and that's the other thing. I mean, the officiating is so bad in the NBA today. Why do you continue to bail out bad shot selection with the whistle? If you go throwing yourself into 3 people, I'm going to just stare at you like you're dumb. You are. I'm not bailing you out with a whistle. I saw that happen. That's just bad, man. That was just a sign of what the NBA has become. That's exactly what that game was. A sign of what the NBA has become.
I do think that I will say this. Bam made himself a Hall of Famer with that game. So congratulations for that, because he will get into the Hall of Fame now because of that. He will. Javon, he's gonna be a 2-time Olympian. He's gonna probably win gold in 28. He's gonna be on the team. A couple All-Stars here and there.
I'm sure they're winning gold in 28.
Good point. But let's see. But he made himself a Hall of Fame. That's the first thing I thought about the next morning, right? So cool. Congrats to that. Tip my hat to that. But 2 things. I do like the way calling him out, because it's so true. You're 100% right. Again, that was secondary to me. How you put that first, I put that secondary to what Kobe meant to me. But that's 2. But this is why the overall theme I thought. I heard Reggie Miller said it during the Celtics Spurs game. By the way, the refs are horrible. What they did to Jaylen Brown in a big game like that, kicking him out like that, was ridiculous, because he did get pushed. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Come on, it's not about you.
Okay, we don't have no accountability. This is about referees.
Horrible. Like in a big game like that, that's what you can't do that. You cannot do. I would have fired that ref if I'm Adams. You're gone. No, this is a big game on Tuesday night with the two teams who could make it the finals.
This could be a finals preview.
Yes, you kick out an MVP candidate because he was clearly pushed. Like, go and check give him the 1T. I get that. But he was, and the second guy had nothing to do with you. What are you teeing him up for?
Man, Joe Mazzulla say, he's like, I got respect for my high school principal for disciplining me instead of leaving it to the hall monitor.
It don't make no sense. That's something. But what I was gonna say this, and this is why I hate the NBA, and it's disgusting. And again, I'm a hater. Call me a hater. I don't give a F, because I got Kobe Bryant's book right here on my Kobe right there. That was my guy. He's my favorite player of all time.
Next to me too.
Yeah, that's my guy, right? So I don't care. But you can't disrespect the game, and someone's gonna score 100 points in this era. And it's disgusting because it's not.
You did say that a few years ago. I
did say that.
And when Donovan and Dame,
Joel,
and Embiid started getting in Luka, you said somebody's going to touch 100. Yeah, and I'm starting to come around to that. It might.
It's really gonna happen. It's disgusting how bad you're destroying. It's like you're destroying the stats. You're destroying 81 meant. So I don't care what anyone says. I'm so pissed off. 81 meant something to us. Like you can't just. I love Evan Spoelstra, but I lost a little respect for him. I can't lie. You cannot disrespect the game like that to get Pat sacked.
If it were a close game and you needed Bam's points,
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care
that you didn't need her. That's where I'm at with it.
We would have looked at it. That was a great game, because he would have still had 70 after 3. Like you would have been that's still Dame after 7. Like it's still cool, but it's not just me saying it. You see what JJ Redick said. You see what Ime
Boy,
Udoka
that's
said.
not
You
the
see,
NBA. To all the Twitter people who swear they know something and just want to be Mr. Contra. I hate this sorry ass generation so much, bro.
it's
There's so
horrible.
many that just need to get smacked upside their head. Go look at every press conference this week. No one in the league has respect for what they saw. No
Exactly.
one. So
Exactly. Stop it.
It's a whole bunch of people who they could put a ball out right now and would not score 2 points on me doing all this. Shut the hell up.
Yo, and that's what if your peers are looking at you like, yo, remember when Kobe did it? It was so everybody, it was magical. When you do it, it's kind of like, no disrespect to Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is the greatest baseball
Bro,
player.
you don't even have to go to Kobe's age. I remember Melo 60 in the Garden.
Yeah,
on the
meant
Sunday
something.
showcase.
Yeah,
Man, he earned a lot of respect that day.
LeBron 60 against the Bobcats at the time in Miami. I remember the next because he was super efficient. I'm like, oh, that was a great 60.
And that's what being dominant against a bad team looked like.
Yes.
Now, what you saw wasn't even dominance on Tuesday.
Even I don't like Brian Keefe.
Here's what my point is also with the free throws. That's where it's really getting out of hand. I'm sick of watching these guards play. Not even guard, everybody because Embiid had two. I'm sick of turning the game. The best player looks awful. And then you look up and he's got 30 because he got bailed out with 15 free throw attempts. I watched Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Devin Booker do that exact thing last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is like, come on, man.
The league was soft.
Michael wouldn't be getting 40 today. These dudes ain't just going to bow down. And the Hawks bowed down to Luka. The Heat bowed down to Bam. The Wizards bowed down to Bam. What are we talking about? Rich Paul, shut the hell up. And then Max Kellerman got into a debate the other day. Max was like, 25 years ago, he could have been a World Series winning GM in baseball because the front office was so bad and no one knew what they were doing until Billy Beane in Oakland and then your boy with the Red Sox came along. No one understood how to build a team. No, listen to him like, listen, if you know baseball,
he's right.
He's right.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
Not like Billy Beane was the mastermind behind the A's. Now, granted, the A's had way more talent than that damn movie shows you. But Billy Beane wasn't the mastermind behind the A's. It was some dude with an Ivy League degree. And Max Kellerman's probably the smartest person. Not even probably, he is the smartest person of his generation in sports, just off of book smart. And here's
he's
oh no, your team would have went 1 in 160. And then shut the hell up. Nobody knows you. You're only known because you can't get LeBron's jock out of your mouth, man. Shut the hell up. I can't stand him. I can't stand Kevin Carter. I can't stand a single one of them. I saw all of them. Oh, my Lord. So nobody grind my gears like them. Y'all are known because y'all flashed on to one person. Them and the damn Plastic Cup boys. Kevin Hart's homeboys.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knows y'all for nothing but being cool with them. Shut up.
Yo, my guy's going crazy. Yo, I agree. And first of all, Rich, if I got $1 billion empire, you think I'm gonna be on a podcast doing this stuff like that? That Rich be wild, especially because he is an agent. I don't get it. But I agree. Max could have run a baseball team. But yeah, it's just it ruined. I can't lie. The NBA is on a thread by me because I don't love it like I used to. I can't lie. I like it. I don't love it like I used to. The NFL is right there with me with the NBA. I used to love the NBA. But stuff like that, what happened the other night, in the players, even Dwayne Wade, I saw his interview last night. He was like, the last 3 to 4 minutes wasn't really basketball. We got to call a spade a spade. That has to have an asterisk next to it. And it's not. He's going to be second all time. But come on, man. Like real basketball heads, with 50 years from now, we're going to still talk about Kobe's 81 with that same allure. I don't think BM's, it just didn't do it for me. And I'm just not a fan of the stat pattern. And I'm very disappointed in Miami. I would love to see what Pat Riley has to say about this because I agree. Is that you guys' claim to fame over the last couple of years, the play-in tournament in an 83-point game against the Washington Wizards? Come on, man. Miami, you're better than that. You're better than that. I don't know.
Okay.
And I also,
they showing us who they become in Miami. They ain't that.
Yeah.
This is who they are.
I thought also too, no disrespect to Bam again. good play, good play, but he's not a franchise guy. It was Ant Edwards or someone else. But for Bam to do it and to how he did it, nah, man.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, let's call a spade a spade.
One of
Yeah,
and you saw that.
yeah.
Too. Yeah, like that was.
If Dame did it, Luka did it, or Joel did it, when they had this, I could Book did. I could sleep better. But Bam ain't one of those guys, man. Come on, he had a good 3 quarters, but he ain't one of the ones. You can't break a record like that doing that. Bam in the same category as Kobe and Wilt. Woo!
Hey, I just want to say, hey, I'm the one who came on here before the season on the not Bam side of things. So, congratulations to Devon being right again.
Nah, Miami got a problem. And I think Spoelstra said that, well, Bam and Tyler have to take they took offense to it. What Dwayne said, you're still playing a team. You're playing better now, but you ain't getting out the first round. Let's put some money on that. You ain't getting out the first round. And let's call a spade a spade. You are not getting out the first round. And that's it. Simple as that.
Simple. All right, Sean, what's next, man?
The Ravens revenge. So the Ravens backed out of the Max Crosby deal and then signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year, I think $16 million deal. Whew. Wild 24 hours for Baltimore. What's your thoughts about Baltimore? I got a lot of thoughts as well. What's your thoughts on this situation?
I'm the one who told y'all DeCosta and Harbaugh needed to go. But, what do I know about my teams, right? Watch Max Crosby come back and be just fine, right?
Yes.
So I can understand skepticism about the trade. Because even I was saying, no first this year, no first next year. And you still need a number 1 receiver. You still need a number 1 corner. Yes, you got some holes to fill, man. I don't know. So I understand hesitancy. But don't fail the physical as an excuse to back out of a bad decision. And then don't lie about it. And we know you're lying about it because Trey Hendrickson signed with you the very next day.
Yep.
Be honest. Be a man. Like I said, everybody who's mad at these players leaving to go with Harbaugh, no, let them go. Those cats that needed to get out of the locker room. Everything related to John Harbaugh needs to be gone. He was the problem with the Ravens. But guess what? The Cubs got to go too. He's an issue. You gave $28 million a year to a 31-year-old coming off an injury that doesn't play the run. $28 million to a defensive end or an outside linebacker. You're supposed to be doing both. That is, just be honest about it. That's all I'm at. Be honest about it. So now you gotta go to, and then like if I'm a team, I'm not doing business with Baltimore until he's gone. I've got no issue with all the front offices around the league leaking that to these reporters because that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And the Ravens spent a lot of money.
Yeah,
because they offloaded that contract. A lot. Yeah. Now they're screwed.
I do think the Raiders, well, they're saying that they can, under the cap, still take Crosby and I actually like the moves they've done. And now you add Crosby back if he's healthy. You might have something to go over there in the race. And I'm a big Kubiak guy too. So they might have something going over there. So let's TBD for that. But for Baltimore's point of view, we talked about that the other day. I was very high on the move for Crosby because he's going to be healthy. Like, I don't understand the whole, and the PR.
Did they not just watch the Lakers last season? Failed Mark Williams physical. Turned out to be just fine. And now you're stuck with DeAndre Ayton.
Exactly.
Who was crying the other night at double.
Like, he's gonna be fine. So I didn't get this. Just say, was it a PR move? Because then it comes out they were going to sign Hendrickson and Crosby. You was not going to spend $30 million each on your defensive end when you have holes on the other side of the roster. No, you are not going to do that. So
then you needed to be fired.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. You're not going to pay 2 DNs $30 million. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I was very high on Baltimore. I can't lie after having Crosby. But then after seeing this still good. I'm not disrespecting Hendrickson. He was very productive. He's very productive. I saw some of his stats next to Crosby's, and they're very comparative. But there's a difference in impact. It's a cool move. I got to see what they do with the 14th pick now. I got to see what else moves they make. Not too high on that move. And another move I'm not too high on. We'll talk about it later. But with Chubbs to Buffalo, like I don't know. You have an opportunity. I'm taking my chances with Crosby and him being praying that he's healthy again, because I think your ceiling's higher, especially what you need to do. Man, I'm just, if I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, it feels like a disappointment. It feels like a letdown. And I just don't understand. You already knew he was coming off a meniscus tear. What do you failed the physical because of you just got cold feet? Just be real, like you said, John. They got cold feet. 2 first-round picks is high for someone coming off a meniscus in a second round and 28 years old. I agree. I would never give up 2 first-round picks for a 28-year-old guy who's been injured. I wouldn't. But for him, I'm like, all right, cool. And we'll be as a team.
You understood that when you made the trade for him, because
absolutely
the Raiders had his doctors involved with every team that called on him to let them know what the deal was with his rehab. Everyone knew where Max Crosby was with his rehab before putting in their final offers. And then you flew him to Baltimore at that. Let him post a picture of the harbor and everything. Like, I know where he was at. They were at Harbor Hospital. I know exactly where they were. Y'all just let that happen.
It was bad.
They're gonna walk away from the Lamar Jackson era with no championships, and part of it's going to be his fault. It's a lot of franchises in sports just falling short of the standard they used to have.
And I think
the world is today, we just fall short of the standard we used to have.
Yeah, I hate to be that person, but it was a little bit better back in the day with certain things, especially sports. Sports is not the same. DeCosta, when's the last time you hear a general manager just do an impromptu press conference in the middle of March? They don't do that. So you had to face the music and you felt like, oh, I have to explain myself. GMs don't do that. They don't do it. We would have heard from him in the draft. But he made a mistake, and it was a mistake. Just say, yo, we messed up. We got cold feet with those 2 first-round picks. 2 first-round picks is high in the NFL because you could get really good players at 29. This is not the NBA. You could get really good players in the first 3 rounds. I get that. But I don't know. I'm just not. No, who's happy? I think Mr. Burrow's happy, even though they lost Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, Joe's happy.
He's happy. Trey's cool, man, but it's not. It's like dating a 10 and going down to an 8. It's still cool. An 8's solid, but the 10 is different, man.
See, but the problem is, though, that 8 won't be better for you. That 8 ain't going to demand the Birkins and the Louis. She ain't going to have the attitude of knowing she's that. You know what I mean? You ain't got to deal with all the extra dudes. The 8 going to be way less stressful or just better for you overall. I don't know if Trey Hendrickson's going to be better for you. And to the youngest, that's a real game for you right there. Hey, that 7 or that 8 is going to be what you need. You might want that 9 or 10. But that 7 or 8 is going to be what you need.
It's good. Yeah, it might help you build your empire. But the other thing I would say is this. I think Trey will have his moments with Baltimore. Remember I said that. He will have his moments with Baltimore. And it could lead to something. I don't want to, but I wouldn't give him that type of money. You came on here and was like, what was it? What about Lindenbar? And the contract he got with the Raiders. The Raiders overpaid, right? But they had to get him out of Baltimore. I get that. I gotta be honest. I would give that money to Lindenbar before I give it to Trey. I gotta be real. I understand you want to find centers, but I don't think Trey is a top 5 defensive end right now. Like, and again, he might have a great year or 2, but not that type of money. And shout out to Trey.
You got in the bargain deal. I read you got Jalen Phillips on the exact same deal that Carolina did.
I agree. Like, oh, man, and he might have his
moments. You should have been the ones to trade for him last season instead of letting Philly beat you to the punch. But the Costa's just no good. He's not Ozzie. Ozzie Newsome left the franchise in bad hands. Simple and plain.
Well, let's see. Your formula is to develop guys. I think drafting guys. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. I would have still done the Crosby deal. I just would have.
Let's see what we got next. Oh, yeah. So up in Beantown, Jason Tatum's back.
Mhm.
They are 2-2 with him on the floor. They've got OKC tonight. Feel confident in them making a run?
Um, he looks good for. You could tell he's definitely not that level he was a year ago, and that's fine. Like he's getting his legs back into him. But I have to say this in the East. Yeah, they're the best team in the East now. With him healthy, and if he could give you just 2021, because I have to give Jaylen Brown credit. He's taken his game up to another level that, in my view, he could be the best player on an NBA team. And I did not think that at the beginning of the year. The best player on an NBA, team and a championship team. He's upgraded his game to that level. So, yeah, they're the favorites. Again, it's different in postseason basketball. It's gonna be more physical. He does look a little pudgier, and again, he couldn't work out, so he put some weight on. So let's see how it works. But I love how that team is coached. I love how that team plays hard. I love the role players on that team. That team should be the favorites to go to the NBA Finals, and especially because with the way Jaylen Brown is. And this year, if the order stays the same, Brown's number one, White and Tatum could split the number 2 option with the pieces they have around them. Even if they don't win it this year, I have large trust in Brad Stevens. I might be my favorite going into next year to win the NBA championship, but they're off to a really good start.
I think he came back with just enough time to get right for the playoffs. So by the time the East semifinals come around, he'll probably be getting ready to start playing his best basketball of the year. He'll have the freshest legs on the court. So I think this was timed perfectly. I think Jaylen Brown has shown he does not have an ego that's going to affect Tatum coming back. He is bogus for throwing Tatum a oop last week. They get him to try to dunk. I think it was Cooper Flag he was going to wind up dunking on for that oop too. Anthony already saw him get rim pong earlier in the game. Like, JB ain't right for that. But no, they'll be fine. I mean, Derek White has stepped up. Peyton Pritchard is having the best year of his career. They found something to bail Shireman. For the Celtics, for me, it's all about whether or not they can get Vucevic back in time because we know the thing that makes Missoula's teams who they are is their ability to space you out for 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time. But then again, if you just don't help, like I've been saying, just leave them and force them to take the layups that they don't want, you should be fine. The Pacers figured that out, and the Knicks figured that out, and that's why Boston didn't seem as mighty last season. Because the Pacers did it in like the first month of the season, where they went out there and just like, hey, we ain't going to switch and help on Boston. We just going to let them settle for the layups. And they won that game, and every smart team after that did the same thing, and Boston just didn't look the same. And then when the playoffs came, they lost to the Knicks. They were going to lose regardless of Tatum being healthy. So the Knicks were doing that exact same thing. And
Jalen Brunson was cooking Jrue Holiday. I got to give him credit.
Yeah.
Cooking. Woo!
And it takes that type of player to beat Jrue Holiday. Somebody who plays off 2 feet and plays at their own pace. So I don't know if we've got any of those coaching staffs, smart coaching staffs in the East right now. But if they do, like, all right, Vucevic being out might help them because then you're forced to have Kata in there and play some basketball. So I think Boston's fine. If Vucevic comes back, I've got them going to the East Finals because the Knicks ain't getting them twice.
Nah,
Knicks ain't getting them twice.
The Knicks
and no one else in the East can compete with them.
Not Cleveland. The Celtics are the premier franchise in the East, and they've been running the East for the last 6-7 years. I don't see it. I forgot if the center comes back, that adds another dimension to their team. They should be able to go East. Can they win the title? Anything can happen in a 7-game series. I wouldn't put it past them, but they should be going back to the NBA Finals this year.
Shout out to the Pacers losing that game to the Kings. Now they have the number 1 odds for the number 1 pick, I think. So yeah, good job, Indiana. Keep doing what you gotta do to hold on to a top 4 pick. Do what you gotta do. So I would hate to see everything you built up gets ruined by falling from 5 to 9 in the draft.
No, like that. Yeah, they got to get. I could see. I would love them. Well, any of those four guys. Whew.
Yeah, oh boy, because your boy AJ went out there and just terrorized West Virginia last night. Just put all hopes and dreams they had of being a bubble team. Just put it in the dirt.
AJ, the last 3-4 games that look, I'm even thinking, I'm like, damn, maybe he is the number one pick. I can't front. I've been thinking like, if I miss on Peterson, because that kid looks like he's going to be an all-star. I more guaranteed than Peterson because I don't know if Peterson's mentality is his mentality. So I look at that, I'm like, yo, that kid's going to be really, really good. So he looks good. I would love to see him in Indiana.
All right. The Patriots signed Kevin Byard. They had Jalen Hawkins lead their team with interceptions with 4 last year. He went to Baltimore to be that third safety. So they brought in the NFL's leader in interceptions last season, in Kevin Byard, who played for Mike Vrabel in Tennessee, and then replaced Stephon Diggs with Romeo Doubs. So again, just a rough offseason in Green Bay. I don't know what's going on up in Wisconsin. New England, feeling better about them heading into this season.
I like the moves. I think, again, Diggs had a solid year, but Dobbs had a solid year too. He's younger. I like the move. I think because Diggs would have maybe played one more year with Drake. You need someone who's gonna grow with Drake. Romeo kind of fits that bill a little bit more. Byard. I think the Patriots are a solid team. Again, the key for me, for New England, you could do all these moves. It seemed like they were just a year ahead, and Drake peaked a year early. I have to see him do it 2 years in a row. So I don't really care about all the moves. They're going to be a solid team. They are going to be right there with Buffalo. But let's see first place schedule, and if Drake is really that guy. If Drake's that guy, then hey, all bets are off. This is definitely a Super Bowl contender. But I got to be real. None of this moves impressed me until I see Drake take the step. That was a good year. He finished second MVP. Hats off. Got you to a Super Bowl. Looked horrible in that postseason run. Horrible. But the key is he the guy? If he takes the step and he's consistent and puts another MVP type of year up, all bets are off. This is a great solid move for the Patriots long term. But again, I like what they're doing. You got to still build it like I think the Patriots have to build it like they were a year ahead. Don't stay complacent. Build it like you were a year ahead. Not
and I think that's
schedule.
what they're doing. And keep building around it because you've had some gaps on the team. But you still wound up making it to the conference championship game.
Super Bowl.
I mean, the Super Bowl, yeah. So I mean, you're going to have a tougher schedule this year. So the path to even get in there is going to be rough, right? For me, it's about going to play a tougher schedule, and you're going to have teams that have some film on you from last year now. How did Drake May respond to that? We saw Jaden Daniels didn't respond too hot to that. We saw Jalen Hurts didn't respond too hot to that. Here's the thing. After your first year, and them teams get their film on you, Lamar Jackson after that 14-2 season.
Yeah.
That was a struggle year for the Raiders. Now, granted, they beat Tennessee in the wild card that year before. They just played an awful game in Buffalo in the divisional round. But, I mean, history tells me Drake May's due for a down year.
Yeah, again, a lot of
like, I'm kind of inclined to say Buffalo wins the East this year, and we're going to talk about them signing Bradley Chubb next. So I don't know how much he's got left. I think his contract was a little steep, but Buffalo probably wins the East this year.
The key to me with Drake is this, and I haven't seen it for any of these guys who have. I'm trying to think of the last young quarterback who's been consistent back-to-back seasons. Think about it. Who's been the last young? Is it Justin Herbert?
Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes was before Justin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last young quarterback I've seen do consistent good season back-to-back is Justin Herbert. And then we've had Jaden Daniels, we've had CJ Stroud, we have Drake May now. Like we've had guys have good rookie seasons. We had Bo Nix. Bo Nix was consistent, but he didn't take another step this year. So, like,
Oh, yo, whoa. Yes, he did. Bo Nix this year was better than Bo Nix last year. We ain't doing
okay,
that.
okay,
Bo
okay,
Nix
okay,
actually got better.
okay. All right, yeah, you're right. What am I talking about? But it's, all right. When I need to take a step, like we looked at him, like, yo, is he in your top 10 quarterbacks this year?
You want to make the list?
Go ahead.
Come on,
Coming into this year.
Let's do the list. Let me pull up the list of teams just to make sure I don't miss anybody. All right. Is he better than Drake May? Yes. Is he better than Josh Allen? Not yet. Better than anything Miami and Jets have. Yeah, over Aaron Rodgers right now.
I'll take him over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Not over Lamar Jackson, not over Joe Burrow. Definitely over anything in Cleveland. I think I'm taking him over Trevor Lawrence right now.
No, come on, man. Trevor had a better year than him last year.
I'm cool on CJ and Danny Dimes and Cam Ward. He showed more winning pedigree than Justin Herbert, which means something to me.
He's not better than Justin.
I don't have him over Mahomes or anything in Vegas. He's better than Hurts. Better playoff resume than Dak Prescott, just like that.
But he's not better than Dak, so that's 6.
Got to see what the Jaden Daniels comeback looks like.
I would say that's a wash.
Better than anything in New York.
Yep.
I'll go Caleb Williams over. I'll do that.
Yes.
I like him more than Jordan Love.
He's not better than Jordan.
More than anything in Minnesota.
Yep.
And I'd take him before Jared Goff.
No, 8.
Only quarterback in the South I'd think about taking over him is Baker Mayfield.
Jefferson Baker, 9.
I think him and Darnold are a wash. Him and Purdy are a wash.
Oh, come on. All right, we're done.
Better than anything in Arizona. And Stafford's better than him.
That's 11 quarterbacks. And Darnold won a Super Bowl.
I was at 7. You were at 11.
Good, but
we'll call it in the middle. So we'll call it in the middle at 9.
All right, but to say he's better than Justin Herbert, man, better pedigree. What's that mean? Darnold has a better winning pedigree now than Justin Herbert. What's that mean? He's not better than Justin
in the postseason.
Absolutely, that's what it means. But it doesn't mean he's better than him.
Talking about him then. So I'm sick of talking about him.
Yo, I gotta call you.
Who's going to show up for me when it matters the most?
Then we gotta put your boy Lamar there too. Put Lamar there. Put Josh there too.
That's why I keep saying Burrow and Allen. I'm better than Mahomes. I'm better than Jack Lamar right now. I'm consistent with it. And Stafford's better than them right now. Yes.
Yo, but we gotta be real too. They're not better. Like those. Huh? No, they're better in winning pedigrees. Donald's better than those guys. Winning Allen, Burrow, and Donald's better. But Donald's not a better quarterback than those guys. Come on.
Sam Darnold's a different.
Come on. There's levels to this.
He ain't a different case. No, because, again, he had the exact same situation as Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson pissed down his leg, and Sam Darnold went and won the Super Bowl. So you know what? Heading into the season, Sam Darnold can call himself a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. Yeah,
I'm calling you. No. I'm calling you. I'm gonna call you. What am I call you? The Black Dan Orlovsky. That's your new name. Yeah. No. Because Dan be talking crazy. That was a crazy statement. I can't even. That's done. No, you the Black Dan Orlovsky.
Like that, or
yeah. Oh, nah, that's a wild. Darnold could say he's in the same conversation as Lamar.
If I'm Sam Darnold, I'm saying it.
If you're Sam Darnold, but you're not.
If you're Sam Darnold, are you saying that to yourself right now or not? I had the exact same situation as Lamar Jackson, and I didn't fold under the pressure. And I went and won the Super Bowl.
I'm going to keep it a buck. I'll take Bryce Young over Sam Darnold. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And I've never disrespected someone's Super Bowl, but I'm taking Bryce Young over Sam Darnold. You told me right now, pick one of those guys for the next 5 years.
Why we gotta hate on Sam? Is this
I'm
one of
not
the things
saying
where
it, but
you just
you're
this one
making
of
me
the things
hate
where
on
you
him.
just gotta feel like you're right about him coming out of USC?
Because you making me hate on him. You're making me hate on him. I
Did
give
he
him
not just prove he's a better winner than Lamar Jackson?
absolutely. He's a Super Bowl champ over Josh, over Burrow.
That's
Yes.
what matters to me. I care about winning, Sean. That's just who I am. I care about winning. The ring ain't everything, but it's damn sure it's a lot.
So you have Drew Brees over Dan Marino all time?
No.
Come on. All right, come on. Let's be real. He ain't better
It's
than
not
him.
everything.
All right, but for you,
But all
you're just-
time, Lamar Jackson is better than Sam Darnold. Absolutely. But heading
Of
into the
course.
season, if Sam Darnold wants to say, hey, I'm better than Lamar Jackson, he can.
so Drake can feel that way too because he had a better season than Lamar.
No.
Josh?
Not that schedule he played. No. Come on.
Selective politicking.
No, we can
Selective-
have context, man. We can have context to these things. We all know Lamar Jackson's a better individual talent than Sam Darnold. We ain't got to, come on, we ain't got to act dumb with it. We know what it is. But if you're Sam Darnold heading into the season, you can say that you're better than Lamar Jackson.
You can say you're better. But the thing is, the mentality of your competitor, you should say you're better than everybody every year. If you're
Nah. Because
No,
I don't need to, Sean, I'm be honest with you. I do not need to hear Kevin Herter up there talk about he's better than daggone Klay Thompson. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't need that. No. I don't need Bam Adebayo coming out saying he's the best player in the league right now. Just no. We ain't got to go that far with it.
he probably feels that way after the other night. He probably felt. Look, Anthony
Yeah,
Edwards.
well, you damn sure ain't.
You think Anthony Edwards thinks anyone's better than him?
No, but Anthony Edwards is in the category of players who can think like that. Him, Luka, Shea, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Kawhi,
I don't think D Book is saying, "Oh, someone's better than me."
Devin Booker. I think
Tatum,
those 8,
Brown.
Tatum,
Yeah.
Brown, those 10, like that's a rare class of guys who you can say, no, they have a pass to go think like that. You know, back in the day, Charles Barkley had a pass to think he was better than Michael Jordan. Karl Malone had a pass to think he was better than Michael Jordan. Was it true? No. But those are the guys who, if there's a couple guys in this league who can feel that way about themselves, I'll let them feel that way about themselves.
Okay. All right.
You tell me in 09, Dwayne Wade didn't think he was better than Kobe Bryant?
Of course he did. Of course, but I agree with you. But I just don't think. Listen. All right, let's call it spade. And this will be the last thing I gotta say. Who's the favorites next year, Seattle or the Rams, going into the season?
The Rams.
Okay. And why?
Seattle's gotten worse through the offseason. The Rams have gotten better.
Fine, but if they ran it back with the same teams from last year, you would take Seattle over the Rams?
No, because that'd be their 4th time playing, and I think those two teams would split. If they played 100 times, it'd be split 50-50.
I agree, but the difference maker is if they play 10 times, I'm gonna trust Matthew Stafford 6 or 7 times more than I'm gonna trust Sam Darnold. Simple as that. That's what the math says.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. So there's levels to this. He ain't in that level, because if he was on that level, we'd be like, he just won the Super Bowl championship. He was on the best team. He would be okay.
He just beat Matt Stafford, a Super Bowl champion, to go get his Super Bowl. So if he wants to think he's in that stratosphere right now, guess what? He can.
Did he beat him, or did he beat that defense? Because Matt Stafford was special on the NFC Championship game as well.
Yeah,
he was
and
special.
Sam Darnold made some plays too.
Sam Darnold was special. But for example, Brady in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. Do we blame Brady for losing that Super Bowl?
No.
Hell no. It was one of the best performances I've ever seen.
Oh, no,
Same
I ain't
with
blaming
Stafford.
Stafford. No, I ain't blaming
Yeah.
him. No.
So it's called. You made me disrespect Darnold. I don't want to do that. I like he's a Super Bowl champion, but there's levels to it. Because when I name the top 10 quarterbacks, I'm not putting Sam Darnold in my top 10. I'm just not. Simple as that.
Well, no.
And Bo Nix.
First of all, we wasn't talking about Sam Darnold. We're talking about Bo Nix.
Yeah, I don't know how we got into this, but Bo. My point is, and this will be the thing. With Bo, I'm talking about the last quarterback I say take a step not just like incremental steps. Justin Herbert's the last guy I seen. Oh, and then the next year I'm like, oh, he's in the top 5, 6, 7. I haven't seen any, and that's my point with Drake May. If Drake May has another year like he did, I'm putting him in my top 5, top 6 in the league. I haven't seen a quarterback since Justin Herbert, a young quarterback, come out to take that. Well, actually, wasn't Burrow in that same class?
Yeah.
My bad. Joe's the last quarterback who went from here to here. That's it.
All right, well, over to Buffalo again. They signed Bradley Chubb. You don't like the contract. Not would be why. I don't think this is a good replacement to Joey Bosa, who apparently might go to San Fran with his brother.
Yeah, I don't like the move at all. I just Buffalo's problem the last couple of years have their lack of ability to get to the quarterback, and you're just doing Bradley Chubbs, you're doing Joey Bosa, you're doing Von Miller. You're just putting up. You're just trying to put a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. Yeah, and you can't do that. You got to figure it out. And if you're going to go into war and you're going to think Josh is going to do it all again, and then we're going to have an adequate defense, you're going to lose again in the AFC playoffs. You're not going back to the Super Bowl. I don't love this move. Chubb hasn't produced really over the last couple of years. What's the point? You're just hoping and praying. He got a lot of money. I'm never mad at people getting paid at all, but I wouldn't have done that. So shout out to Trey Hendrickson too, because I was hating. I don't hating, but I was talking about it, but I didn't say he did hold out and got his money. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything to add. I'm not heading into the season afraid of Bradley Chubb or the Bills pass rush. It's not.
No, it's not.
To me, Buffalo is the same team. They just got a guy, DJ Moore, who's going to be able to get himself open. So they might have a better chance at winning a shootout this season. But the fact is, it's still going to be shootouts because their defense just ain't going to be any better.
And they lost a lot of guys on that defensive side already. I don't like them at the playoff. I don't like a lot of the moves a lot of teams are doing in the AFC, to be honest with you.
All right, Sean, the coaching carousel is heating up in college. Yesterday, my hands were full. Syracuse fired Adrian Autry, who just the day after he lost the conference tournament. Wasted no time over it. Providence is going to move on from Kim English once this conference tournament run is over. And Arizona State, as soon as they got whooped up by Iowa State, all the news came out that they're most likely moving on from Bobby Hurley. Potential names for these jobs. Were they the right firings? Have they been failed by their administrations? What's going on?
So I would say this about Autry. You are in the know. When I saw it yesterday come across, I'm like, damn, who's the guys now? But it really doesn't matter who they think the guys are is who Carmelo Anthony thinks the guys are the next guy. And I do think, like we talked about this a couple of weeks ago on this podcast, if I am a big donor like that, I should have say in who comes on the roster, who coaches my team. I hate to say my team, but it's kind of how college sports is going because Mark Cuban has significant say over Indiana basketball and football. But is it the right fires or time to move on for all those guys? Yeah. At the end of the day, 3 straight years of non-playoff NCAA tournaments, you either handpick. I'm not a big fan. I got to say this. I'm not a big fan of coaching waiting. I don't believe in that.
Because these guys are picking the wrong.
I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe it.
Who's the other one that I'm thinking of, Sean?
Pearl.
Stephen Pearl. Yeah.
I don't believe in it. I do not believe in it. I believe, hey, what do I always say about, I think you have to switch the regime. I believe this. That's why I kept saying about the Saints for so many years.
When it gets stale, yeah. The thing was, though, like Villanova didn't get stale. Auburn didn't get stale. So I can understand. They just picked the wrong guys. Syracuse got stale under Jim Boeheim, though. Remember, they making the tournament as 9s and 11 seeds and needing Buddy Boeheim to pull some stuff out of his ass for them to win.
Then that doesn't make sense to me. Like if you're not, for example, wasn't Shire a coach in waiting for Krzyzewski? Yeah. It makes sense because it was still I agree with you. It was still working in Duke. Yeah. It's not
Hubert Davis, Roy Williams, coach waiting.
So it's got to still be working. And if it's not working, I think you should have a shorter leash. I really do. I think 3 years is enough. Like you haven't, because it's not like, oh, we got to bring my guys in. No, you're just continuing what was going on with the previous regime. It's not like bringing your own guys in. So I'm not mad that he got fired. Hurley, 11 years is a long time. He was over 500.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it was that long. Time flew. It seemed like he just got to Arizona State.
It's a long time. It's a long time. A long, long time. So I'm not mad. And then English. I never thought Cooley should have left Providence to Georgetown. I remember that a couple years ago.
He's not doing a damn thing at Georgetown.
It's hard to
recruit. Hold on, Sean. I got you. I got you. Significant reason why Lane Kiffin should not have left for LSU. You in the same conference, and you have built the program you're at to be better than that program. Don't leave and go to it. Just stay where you're at and bury that shell of an old program. That's what just happened to Ed Cooley, and that's what's going to. That's what Lane Kiffin should have done. Just stay at Ole Miss. You can just replace LSU permanently. Don't go and help them out. It would make it worse. LSU is Ole Miss's #1 beef. Forget the Egg Bowl. The Magnolia Bowl is the more competitive game.
Yeah,
and you did it. You did it.
But the only difference is
you're in the same conference. Just make Providence permanently better than Georgetown.
Yes. And you could have done that. You could have done that because I don't think Georgetown has that cachet. But the only difference is the money is completely different at LSU compared to Georgetown. So I agree with you. I wouldn't have left Ole Miss.
It was fine enough at Ole Miss for you to get to the daggone Final Four.
How much they gave a homeboy from Levitt to go to LSU? You ain't getting that type of money in Ole Miss like consistently. Like it's nice. I see what you're saying. I agree. If he kept it say to Ole Miss would have lapped LSU eventually, just because of who Lane Kiffin is in this. But it's so much easier. What's better playing for? Look at Freeman. Freeman left the Rays to go to the Dodgers. It's different levels to this, man. Like, I see your point. I agree. Cooley should have stayed at Providence.
Freeman wanted to stay in Atlanta, by the way. His agent did that.
No, I mean Freeman. I'm talking about the Andrew Freeman. The president.
Yeah, well, okay. Still, this is college football, right?
Yep.
What the hell do Ole Miss grads have to spend their money on besides Ole Miss football? What is in Mississippi to spend your money on besides giving back to Ole Miss football? Their money would have been right there. And again, LSU, it ain't about the money. It's the fact that everyone born in Louisiana that becomes an athlete, it is just burnt into your brain that your purpose in this life is to serve the Louisiana State University. That's the more about LSU.
Yeah, that alumni base is crazy. Just NFL players. Crazy.
So, I'm not a fan. So I'm good thing from Cooley right there. But go ahead. You were saying, yeah.
No. Cooley should have. I still, if I'm Cooley, I'm asking out of that Georgetown deal. And I want to go back to Providence. I remember that year or two. Didn't he have Chris Dunn before? He started building a solid the year. It wasn't Chris Dunn, but it was a year or two before he left. I'm like,
Cooley did have Chris Dunn at Providence, though. Yeah,
he did, but he built it up. I'm like, okay. I just think the allure. We talk about this, the nostalgia of Georgetown. It ain't there. It ain't there anymore, man. I understand everybody's like DC's a hotbed for basketball. That DMV, it ain't there. I'd rather go to Maryland from a top kid than I'm going to Georgetown. It's just kind of what it is.
Yeah, so I read a column the other day. That was like, everyone thought these basketball schools were going to run away like fat rats in the revenue sharing gala. And I was one of them because they didn't have to split their money with football. And Colin was like, we were wrong. Because why did we expect Kansas to just roll over and let it happen to them? Why did we expect Kentucky to just roll over and let it happen to them and just let the Big East take over? I'm like, that's a damn good argument. So yeah, Georgetown, I don't know what they got, but Cooley ain't the guy. It ain't working out. And I think that's going to be another school just like Temple, which we were in second place at one point this season. Lost 8 of our last 9. one and done in the conference tournament. Just one of those schools that, hey, time's passed you by. St. Bonaventure might be getting ready to get to that point. Who knows? I think that's where some of these schools are headed. But Kim English, Baltimore dude, I was rooting for him at Providence, but it just didn't work out. It seemed like it was too big of a job for him too early. And things started off promising, and then they just went downhill. You look at Red Autry, first of all, Syracuse does not have the money to compete with Louisville, Duke, and Carolina. That's number one. And that's where you're at in the ACC. It's either you're spending with them, your coach damn good like Virginia, or you're everybody else. That's simple. Oh, and that's when you just getting up there in the money part. They're probably going to be right below Louisville, Duke, and Carolina. Syracuse ain't. They neither one of them didn't have the money, weren't well coached in the roster. I mean, you want to look at a sorry sack of shooters, Sean. Goodness gracious. I'm talking some of the worst forms you'll ever see at the free throw line. Autry had to go. It just was awful.
Who do you think's going to replace him?
So Brian Hodgson is on the list. I'm not a fan of bringing in the coach of the highest paid team in a bad conference. South Florida has the highest budget of any one of the Americans. It's them in Memphis. That's it. Is that a good conference, Sean?
No.
So you're going to take the highest paid in a bad conference to come get middle of the pack money in a basketball conference. Does that make sense to you?
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense. Melo and his boys want Mike Hopkins. Sean, did we forget what Washington looked like under Mike Hopkins?
I can't remember, but tell me.
Not good at all. Not good. Matter of fact, here we go. Because I sent the screenshot to my own. Because, I needed the info for him. Mike Hopkins last few years. 17 and 15, 16 and 16, 17 and 15, 5 and 21, 15 and 17.
But what's the allure about him for Melo in that team?
He coached Melo. He was an assistant on Boeheim's teams when Melo was there.
Got it. I never knew that. He
wants him to coach Kanye. No. Jerry McNamara just brought Siena to the daggone tournament for the first time in years. Speedy Claxton built Hofstra up. Like, get them cats, man.
He would be my guy.
Joe Gallo at Merrimack. If Boston College is dumb enough to pass on him, go get him. But not no damn Brian Hodgson and no Mike Hopkins. Our boy Luke Murray at UConn. Luke Murray or Kamani Young out of UConn. Go get them.
Yeah.
That's Syracuse and Providence. This is your list.
For both of them.
For both of them. And if you're Arizona State, it's real simple. Just call up Grand Canyon's coach. Whatever you want, you can have it. Come on.
The only thing I would say is this. Why do people have to be in-house in college? Like, why do you kind of keep the guy who went there? Why is that the thing?
Because college is very fraternal, and you want someone who has the same love for your team as the fan base does. But it's not a requirement. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I would have loved if Indiana had gone all out and bought Dusty May from Michigan. Like, hey, don't build up the conference rival. Come home and build us up. Whatever it is they were giving you, we got for you. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that I'm cool with. But you don't automatically have to jump to the top of the list just because you went to that school in some of these cases. Like, Jerry McNamara does not need to be automatically at the top of the list for Syracuse. You just need to get the best guy.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is the best guy. I don't think you need to have the connection. The connection is a bonus. Like, didn't Matt Rule go to Penn State?
Yeah.
And so that was the connection, whatever. Matt Rule, blah, 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 blah. He just chose to stay at Nebraska. I don't think that should be, even though, did Mike Elko go to Penn State or no? Am I making this up? He's a Northeast guy, right?
Yeah, Mike Elko's a Northeast guy. Yeah.
Northeast guy. That connection, like, I would have took him. He would have been ahead of Matt Rule in my book if he said, "Hey, I will leave A&M to come there," because of he's just a better football.
Yeah, Elko played at Penn, not Penn State. He played at Penn.
Okay,
but yeah, he's a Northeast guy. Yeah,
Northeast guy, but he's a better he's not an alumni, but he's a better coach right now than Matt Rule. So
Yeah, and
I
guess
would.
what?
He'll be,
Temple wanted him at one point, and Duke wound up getting him, and we wound up with Stan Drayton that year.
makes no
Yeah,
sense. That's an L.
yeah, that kind of hurts. Shout out my boy Stan though, working at South Carolina now. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just that was my only thing. I'm going to get the best guy for the job first, and then the affiliation and connection in school. But I do like McNamara coming back to Syracuse. He would definitely be one of my top 3 candidates because he's done a really good he's done a really good job where he's at, right?
But
So
for all
these
these jobs, it still is more about what you give the coach rather than who the coach is. Can you give them the money to build and retain a competitive roster? The Big 12, they spend money on basketball. Arizona State, are you ready to spend? Are you ready to spend? Providence, you can get away with just recruiting. You can get away with it in the Big East. But Syracuse, are you ready to spend with SMU, Louisville, Carolina, and Duke? If not, then none of this matters.
So none of it matters.
And Syracuse just hired, they're probably going to announce the new AD today. Brian Blair from Toledo, 41-year-old black dude. Toledo just became the best athletic department in the MAC. Just like that. So we'll see what he can do. Apparently, he's got fundraising expertise. Are y'all ready to spend money?
Yeah. Does Syracuse have a big alumni base? Well, a lot of these guys who broadcasters came from Syracuse, right? Like
Tirico, definitely their alumni base comes from broadcasting. So
broadcasting,
money to build a team. They've got
my boy Tirico's
probably Adam Weitzman. Well, Mike Tirico, I'm making enough to say, hey, I'm gonna get some of my salary away. Give it away.
He ain't getting 100 M's. That guy's on TV every night. He should get at least 100 M's.
He's on the
getting 100 M's. He should get 100 M's. If Stephen A's getting 100 M's, Tirico deserves 100 M's.
I don't know if he's on the board of trustees, but he's definitely been on the search committees. He's making $10.5 million a year. If he's going to give money to Syracuse to build a roster, he has to give away half his salary. Just to even be somewhat competitive. And that still wouldn't be enough for either team. So I'm gonna just keep my money and let the Lally family and Carmelo and let them have it.
Yeah. Tap into Melo, and because if Melo don't have it, he has the connections to go get it.
He's got a group of investors that he's circling around here to try to donate more to the school. So we'll see.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
All right, Sean, the bubble watch. Who do you have on the bubble right now? Who needs the good showings in their conference tournaments?
One team that doesn't need a showing, I'm going to say this, but they're on a bubble, and this is because Super Bruce Pearl. I'm starting not to like Bruce Pearl. I used to like him.
No, Auburn is not on the bubble. No.
Two teams that he's disrespected. Miami, Ohio should make the tournament. They shouldn't be on the bubble. And Auburn should not be on the bubble.
Yeah.
Those are two things. Simple as that. Bruce, shut up. I do like that he called him, he was like, nepotism. Yes. LeBron, just say the same thing. I respected that. Just say, yo. Just say it. Just say it. It's nepotism. I pulled some rank. My kid needed the help, and that's it. Another team, Indiana, Cincinnati. Those two teams.
Indiana lost to Northwestern last night. They're off.
They did. All right, so I didn't see it.
They weren't on my bubble to begin with because I don't believe in teams of losing records in conference play being on the bubble. I think we got to stop that. Just because you're a so-called Power 4 conference team, nah. And they lost to Northwestern last night. Their dreams are done for. Cincinnati, I was with you on.
Yes, Cincinnati's mine.
I thought last night was daggone the conference championship for both teams.
Easily.
Because Cincinnati got off to a slow start, and then they got hot these last 2 months and got some quality wins. One more win against UCF probably would have been enough for them. That loss,
they needed it last night.
Finishing the next 4 hours, something like that.
Yeah, I think the feel is pretty much set. I gotta be honest. I think the bubble. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say that. I think conference tournaments are add-on but I don't think it should be the been all be all if you get into the tournament or not. Like unless you win the thing.
I think the conference tournament is for bubble teams. I think it's you got like so for me, right?
Yeah.
This is adding in some projected automatic bids, right? I've got 26 spots sealed in the at-large field. There's 37 spots. So I've got 26 spots locked in right now, right? I've got 14 teams competing for those last 11 as of right now. I think the conference tournament is for those 14 teams. So like SMU dropped out because they had a bad end to the season, finished 8-10 in conference play. Can't get in with for me on that. And then they lost to Louisville yesterday, right? Keeps Louisville in the field. Clemson had a bad final month of the season. Beat Wake Forest last night to stay in the conference tournament. You can get yourself one more quality win, you've got a better chance. NC State's got to get a good win today. UCF, that win against Cincinnati helps, especially in the loaded Big 12. Ohio State and Iowa, I think, have to do something in their tournament. Grand Canyon, Nevada, Boise State, Colorado State. If the Mountain West is going to be a multi-bid league, one of those teams is going to have to make it to the conference championship game. The best case scenario is Utah State plus any combination of three of those teams if the Mountain West is going to get two bids. And then the SEC, Texas A&M, Georgia, Missouri, and Kentucky. Y'all got to do something. Kentucky, LSU ain't a good win, and y'all struggled in that one. So you're hanging on. A&M, Georgia, Missouri, y'all kind of fumbled some hot starts. Add some more wins in this conference tournament and you're fine.
Yeah, I know. I agree with all that. Jeez. So, I didn't get to see much games last night, but this weekend's going to be all the games till Sunday. So,
shoot, today, Texas second, Iowa State tips off at 12:30.
Perfect. I'm home all day. But yeah, I think you're right. Actually, now you convinced me. The conference tournaments are for bubble teams because this is your way to pad you. Even if you get 2 wins, don't make the conference. It could help add you and propel you into the tournament. But yeah, those are my bubble teams.
So yeah, those are mine. I got those 14 fighting for the last 11 spots. Check in with me on Monday to see if I think the right teams got into the field of 68. Because I'm not listening to Lunardi. Shout out to Joe Lunardi. Good guy. Or Jerry Palm. I'm not listening to them this year. I just disagree with who they got on the bubble. I don't want to hear anything about daggone Virginia Tech and Indiana being on the bubble at all. No, just not.
Auburn and Indiana definitely should not be on the bubble.
And I don't think New Mexico is on the bubble. So I'll take it back. Because I was tripping when I said a one bid Mountain West. No, because I think they should get Utah State, New Mexico, and San Diego State. And Lunardi's got New Mexico on the bubble. No. So my fault. I think whichever of them 4 teams I named from the Mountain West, Nevada, Boise, and Colorado State, whichever one of them gets to the semifinal, it winds up being the 4th bid from the Mountain West. But yeah, I got 14 teams fighting for the last 11 spots right now.
Damn, this is gonna be a crazy weekend.
And if someone steals the bid, oh boy. Because people ain't paying attention. The mid-major tournaments, it's some teams that had some great years that have had their hearts broken. Navy, UNC Wilmington. I just saw Morgan lose to Delaware State last night. I think we might be in for a treat this weekend. We might get some real deal upsets.
You think it's gonna be crazy? I have to say this, and this has nothing to do with what we're just talking about, but I saw it last night. Memphis, you get a technical foul because your person didn't bring in the sheet 10 minutes or 12 minutes before the game to identify the starting lineup and the lineup. I think that was the most dumbest thing I've heard someone's like. Whose job is that? And there's one point.
One of your assistants is supposed to carry out the starting sheet. Yeah.
Come on. I saw that last night.
Yeah, roughy. But yeah, good.
Penny gotta go.
Nah, I got to disagree.
Penny gotta go. We could talk about it. Penny gotta go.
They've made more than a few more than a few tournaments with Penny. Do we like the way he goes about everything? No. But that's why I'm jumping off that man. Jeff Goodman put out a list, and I used to work with Jeff. Good guy. He promotes nepotism, by the way. His daughter, at Indiana. Yeah, he'll open the gates of hell for her if he has to.
I never get mad at people doing that because I would do that for my kids. So
yeah, but it's whatever. Anyways, he's got this thing where he hates former NBA guys, like guys who are known for their NBA time, being college head coaches. He had a list of ones who he thinks has failed. Penny, Juwan Howard, Patrick Ewing, Chris Mullin, Jerry Stackhouse, Eddie Jordan, Mike Woodson, Avery Johnson, Mark Price, Isaiah Thomas, Mike Dunleavy Jr., Terry Porter, Donyell Marshall, Corliss Williamson, Clement Johnson, Michael Curry, Walter McCarty, Danny Manning, Aaron McKee, Lindsey Hunter, and Juan Dixon. Sean, there's so much wrong with that list. Penny's going to tournaments left and right. We see Georgetown did not have the money for Ewing now. St. John's didn't have the money for anyone until Ricky P came home. Jerry Stackhouse is sending the kids to the NBA. Scottie Pippen Jr. Rutgers, what the hell is Steve? Yeah, he said Eddie Jordan and Rutgers. What the hell has Steve Pikiell done? What did Steve Pikiell do last year with 2 top 5 picks?
Oh, horrible. That Harper and Bailey. Oof.
Like, come on.
That was nasty. Go ahead.
Mike Woodson at Indiana. They still haven't spent the proper amount of money on the basketball team. Avery Johnson at Alabama. Alabama didn't give a damn about basketball. We can know Mark Price, Isaiah Thomas, and Mike Dunleavy Jr. for Charlotte, Florida International, and Tulane. And Terry Porter for Portland. And Donyell Marshall for Central Connecticut. And Corliss Williamson for Central Arkansas. And Clement Johnson for Florida A&M. Michael Curry for Florida Atlantic. Walter McCarty for Evansville. We can know Danny Manning for Wake Forest. What the hell has Wake Forest been lately? We gonna know Aaron McKee for Temple. Aaron's last teams. His last team for sure should have made it. Aaron and his staff admit they mess up. But I can also concede Temple did not and currently does not spend enough money on its basketball team. Lindsey Hunter from Mississippi Valley State, and then here's the kicker. He said Juan Dixon at Coppin. Sean, anybody who can win a game at Coppin State deserves free meals for life. Like, come on, man. We gotta throw some context on this.
So his advocate, he just doesn't think NBA guys should be able to coach college. Is that his?
He's just not a fan of it. And I just that list, it's so many where it's like, bro, you cannot blame these guys for the jobs they've done at those schools. Just no.
I'm not against NBA guys coaching in college. The only thing about Penny, my point was this: at some point when you saying, "Hey, Calipari, hey, Tony Bennett," when you saying a certain level or expectation for those type of programs, and if you've been there for so many years, and they would get into tournaments and they were losing in Sweet 16s or losing the first round or whatever.
They had national championship expectations, though, Sean. Memphis ain't Kentucky and Virginia.
So you're telling me in Penny's time, he hasn't had any level of. I'm not even just saying national championship.
No, he's never had national championship.
No, I'm not saying national championship, but at least to make the tournaments.
Yeah, and they go to. I think we killed Penny because we saw what Calvin Sampson turned Houston into in that conference, and we expected Memphis to take over for them. Has it gone that way? No. If you want to get on Penny for that, that's fine. Because this year was inexcusable. But I'm not going to throw away the fact that since he's gotten there, he returned home to his alma mater in 2019. 22 wins, 21 wins, 20 wins, 22 in the tournament, 26 in the tournament, 22, went 29-6 last year as a 5 seed. Now he's got to go because he had a down year this year. Come on, man.
So what's the expectation of that? Just say what the expectation of Memphis is. The expectation just to make the tournament.
Out of that conference, yeah.
So okay, I'm saying that's the expectation just to make the tournament going forward. At
Now,
no
I would
point,
like them to make it out of opening weekend one time, but I mean, I can't
I
argue with what he's doing. What type of where do you think Memphis ranks in the hierarchy of college basketball?
they don't like there, but I think the expectation. There's some people come with different levels of expectation. Do you expect Penny?
Penny Hardaway and John Calipari are Memphis basketball. Like, come on.
At this point, I thought Penny would have left Memphis for a bigger job. That's how highly I thought of Penny. He hasn't.
Man,
He
Penny's
just
set with his money from the NBA and his dad going Nike endorsement, and now FedEx is paying whatever they need. Memphis will be back in the tournament next year. Mark my words. They'll win the conference next year.
has Penny produced any NBA players
They got outbid for PJ Haggerty, and that really messed them up. Just for PJ to go through an NIL dispute at Kansas State.
Has Penny produced any NBA players besides Wiseman?
Jalen Duren.
Jalen Turner. Okay. Yeah. I think that's my expectation. Is like when you're an NBA guy or NBA coach who comes in. The guy from BYU. He just signed another top 10 recruit. What's his name?
Kevin
Head
Young.
coach. Kevin Young. I expect, me personally, if you come and Penny was one of the ones in the NBA. He wasn't just he wasn't Lindsey Hunter, no disrespect. I just expect you to produce more talent, like more NBA guys, like recruit more guys. I just do. I don't know. That might be my false expectations, but
Yo, Lindsey Hunter just cost the mean straight.
yeah,
For no reason, bro. Come
No,
on, man.
Penny was going to be.
But it's bad enough Lindsey had to hear Isaiah Thomas talking about him throughout the whole daggone early 2010s. Now here you come. Come on, man.
Yo, Penny would have been what Luka and James became, that combo assist guy, but he would have been at a way better level than those guys.
No, Penny was an actual passer. We ain't going to do that.
Yeah.
Penny was an actual passer. These Luka and James Harden are not. No, we ain't doing that.
Whoa, whatever. James can pass. I'm not gonna hate on James like that. James,
now he can because he can't jump anymore.
Yeah, he could. He's a great passer, but I'm just saying, like, I just respect more NBA guys to come out of Memphis. But whatever, we'll see what happens. Because Calipari had a bunch of NBA guys coming out of that place.
All right, let's get ready to wrap things up here. Tyrese Maxey's out for about 3 weeks, and Stephen Curry came back for like one game. Now he's out for 10 days again. Sixers are falling into the play-in, and the Warriors, I mean, they're kind of sealed in because no one else in the West wants to win. But I think it might be chalk for both these teams. And I'll say, I think the Raptors, well, no, before Bam's 83-point game, I was going to say the Raptors are going to fall into a play-in and let the Heat move into the field. But after Tuesday, I might back up off of
that. Yeah, I'm that Philly pick is not looking good for me for the postseason. So that
no. You're the one who want to believe in the Sixers. No, don't jump off the bench. No, you guys.
I'm sticking with. I didn't say there'll be a tough out if they're healthy, but it'll be really surprising they get to the conference finals or even win a series. And Curry, just shut it down. For what? You're a playing team. You're gonna have to face San Antonio. No, I'm talking about if you get into the playoffs, you're gonna have to face OKC or San Antonio in the first round. What's the point? Try to be up next.
They'd have to play. My fault. It'd be
Yeah, they would face the 7-8.
The Suns and Clippers. Yeah. So they faced the loser of that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have to beat Portland first to even get there.
What their best option is, same with Miami last year, because they said that Miami, if they did not make the playoffs last year, they would have jumped up with number 1 and got Cooper Flag. I saw an article. Their best option is to just lose the rest of the games if they can. They're going to be but improve their odds, even if it's 1-2%. Get a top 4 pick or first pick and try to do that. Bring Porzingis back, have Butler back, Curry, Green.
No, Porzingis, I think his career's done. And whatever illness he's got just is tearing him up. He can't.
It's tearing him, yeah.
So
30 years old.
I thought that was a bad trade to begin with, just off the illness period.
Yeah, Kuminga's look. Atlanta's look.
Yeah, Steve Kerr. So you want to gas up Podziemski, who sucks, but you couldn't find a way to make Kuminga work. And now look what's going on. And they bring in Porzingis who can't stay healthy. and young teams don't win. Yeah, but you got to develop the young players into the winners. You jackass. And shrink the season by 10 games. Steve Kerr, just go home.
Yeah, it's time for Steve to. When this era is over, he'll gladly go back into broadcasting or something. But I do think what they're building here in Atlanta with that young team, they get the top 4 pick this year. We might be talking about the Hawks. Like I'm very high on what the Hawks and Utah are doing as the real rebuild teams.
The WBC tournament field is set. Hey, how about it for the Pisons, huh? Goodness gracious. I did not think the Italians had going on like that on the baseball diamond, but you go to New York, they love them some baseball up there. So shout out to Italy.
5-0. The U.S. needed some big bottle of wine for every player, manager on that team, because the U.S.
They just sleepwalk through that game.
Yeah, I don't. DeRozan, he thought it was all set. He thought we were already in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, Mark, that was big.
You got to know.
Nolan McLean went out there to start that game. Yeah. If you're the Mets, you're like, oh, that was rough.
Yeah, he looked bad.
The U.S. is going to need Skubal and Skeens to win, and they're not going to have because those guys are going back to camp. So,
Skeens is going back to camp too.
Skubal's going back to camp. Excuse me.
Okay.
But you're going to need both, and they're not going to have both. Which
they're not going to have both.
They're not going to win it. Then the DR is probably going to wind up winning it because of that.
DR looks amazing. But shout out for the WBC. They needed the U.S. in the quarterfinals. This one, I think, just for ratings and just for more interest. But yeah, the U.S. starting pitch is just not up to snuff at all.
Nope.
So I'm not a big fan, but I'm glad
to be the number 2.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of the tournament. But Italy looks. I did not expect this from Italy at all.
Who's winning it?
DR. DR's I think the I don't want to say best overall team because I still think Japan is like that team. It's like a group of white boys in NBA or basketball. They just play very fundamentally sound. You can't beat them like that. They ain't gonna make mistakes to beat them. But I would pick Japan. I would pick DR.
My homeboy Gerald is coaching Lansdowne out in Baltimore. We went to Lansdowne Middle together. And they went as far as they've gone in the state championship for a while. And they had some team, I think it's like Winners Mill, come up. I said, oh yeah, that's about to be a fundamental backdoor cutting ass team. He got on the game the next night. Yeah, Vaughn, they was everything you said they were. They played so much basketball. And then they had a hostile, school. What makes them worse though, Sean, is their student section is raucous. Every school, like you just said, just full of the white boys, and they play the right way. Their student section is so raucous. He said, "Man, they had our best player checked out in the first 3 minutes of the game."
Yeah, it's tough.
Golly.
I'm gonna give you a lot of credit when you said about the Hornets and those white boys. And I was
I'm playing, man.
I was like, and you said about Coach Prime. He's like, yo, you got to go get some white boys up front from the Midwest. I was like, yo, this dude ain't tell a lie with that because that changed the whole culture.
Y'all be thinking I'm playing. White players are the most essential pieces to a winning team. Yeah. Football, basketball, big. If you don't have some key white boys, you ain't winning.
I can't disagree. That was one. That was a gem. That was a gem. I can't lie.
I try.
Yeah, I can't lie.
Geno Smith is back with the Jets.
Shout out to Geno. He's getting his money. Geno's made it possible. No, I don't want to disrespect wins any of these backup quarterbacks, not just backup quarterbacks, but he's made it possible that you can get paid a lot of money, bounce around. You could just be the bridge guy. I call him the bridge quarterback guy now. He's just going to keep bouncing around year from year to be the bridge guy for a team while they re-up, draft low. It's fine. I'm 15 to 20 million to do that. I'm not mad at that.
But he was awful in Vegas last year, man. This is going to be back in New York. You already were one of the failed quarterback projects. Now you're back. You're going to stink again. Oof. And Justin Fields, they were ready to replace you for Geno Smith. Woo! Oh,
Yeah.
buddy. Mm,
Oh, you think Justin's out of the league?
he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be.
He's that. Well, actually, that would be the
He
perfect
should.
blueprint. If I,
He should be a great backup.
yeah, if I'm him, I'm looking at Geno
Like
and
I would
maybe
love him as Baltimore's backup over Tyler Huntley. I think that'd be a dream situation for him.
Is he still on the Jets roster? Yeah, he's still on the Jets roster.
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah. Like Geno's made a lot of money. I would not be mad at being a career backup and maybe doing something on the side.
Oh yeah,
or
they
something
say
like
the backup quarterback is the best job to have in the world because you get paid a whole bunch of money to do nothing. Look at how much money Chase Daniel made to do nothing,
do nothing,
and be nobody,
yeah.
and stink on television.
He was getting $8-9 million a year, being a backup.
I was like, who is this guy? Why do you talk about him as the best backup in football? He don't even come in and play.
He don't even play. Like it's no, I knew backups.
He's supposed to be this great quarterback coming out of Missouri. He couldn't be a starter. What are we talking about?
I knew
when Missouri football was actually Missouri football.
Do you know when the backups are making money? Jake Brown's wife and what's his name? Jarrett Stidham's wife. When they got the opportunity, they be showing out in those suites with those Louis bags and Birkins. I'm like, man, these backups are killing it.
Louis bags and Birkins, Sean. I've been really paying attention in my office lately. Yo, them women in the sales department, yo, they come in dressed down. I'm talking any bag you think. I'm just looking. I said, yeah, that's what I need. I got to get me a woman that's in sales. I'm talking, yo, like not even on no creep stuff, Sean. The perfume these women walk into the office wearing, I just be sitting there like, yo, this smell like springtime in heaven. Like I don't know what that is, but I know it's expensive. Look over, you see the daggone cashmere trench coat with the daggone Louis bag or the Birkin bag, and yeah, y'all got it. All right, that's what I need in my life. Say less. Check out their wrist. I'm talking. You can see the ice dripping from their wrist. Just. I'm like, all right, yeah, all right. I know what I'm looking for. Say less.
Yeah, that's all you need. Yo, a sales job, because there's no cap. There's no cap if you're good at it. I saw Mark Cuban said this. He was like, if I was broke, I had only $500 and I had a phone, I would go into sales because there's no cap of how much money I can make.
I got some homeboys from high school that's in life insurance sales right now.
Every
time I look at my Instagram story, I'm like, God,
killing it.
Damn, man.
I know guys doing $500,000 a year doing it. Like it's like family to me. So like it is money you can do in sales. But yeah, those girls. Shout out to the women making money, making moves. I respect it. I love it.
I said when summertime come, I'm calling them. Hey, let me sell a couple of policies this summer. Let me rock the shawl for the summer. That's all I need, man.
That's all you need, yo. That's all you need.
All right. The Eagles. This is sneakily the best defensive signing of free agency. Reek Williams is going to be their QB. I mean, their cornerback too. Think about it, Sean. They play that zone defense.
He's good at it. Yeah.
They've been looking for a number 2 for a good little bit. Cooper DeJean can be full-time in the slot. You lost Blankenship, so Cooper's going to have to be in there. So you have to help him out with outside corners that will do their job in the cover 3. Now you've got Quinyon Mitchell on one side, and Reek Williams when he's not being dumb, when he's actually just locked into football, and that's his focus. He is a damn good corner in this league, and he's on a prove-it deal, which means he's going to play like a player on a prove-it deal. Those two outside and DeJean in the slot, Philly secondary, I like that cornerback from right now. That is a very, very good under the radar sign.
Yeah, I get the flip side. Seattle's lost a lot. Like I don't understand what Seattle's doing. Maybe they have a lot of faith in their. First of all, they have a lot of faith. They have the young Bill Belichick.
They know they'll be able to draft. They know
they'll be able to draft, and they got young Bill. So, but they lost a lot. But that is a good signing. Now I think about it because now you have Mitchell, you have DeJean, you got that, you got Carter. I would still like another defensive end.
Yeah.
The key for the Eagles is that the offensive side of the football can they get creative enough. But the talent's still there, so that's not a question. And Woodland, was it a 1 year deal?
Yeah.
Oh, he balls out there. He's cashing in next year. Cashing in.
Yeah.
Cashing in. I like that move. Bet on yourself.
All right, Sean, Cleveland also under the radar. The Browns have rebuilt their offensive line into a pretty solid unit. You go ahead and add in the fact that we believe Quinshon Judkins is going to be a pretty good running back for them. They can get some outside targets. That offense can be solid. Harold Fannon's a good tight end. It's Titus Howard, Zion Johnson, Alton Jenkins, and Tevin Jenkins up there. Need a left tackle. They have the 6th pick in this draft. Cleveland invested in an important position.
Who's the quarterback?
That's what it comes down to. Who's the quarterback and who's going to be his outside threat. But it's good that you build up front in the trenches because you'll at least be able to hand it off and get into your play action. And whichever quarterback is back there will at least have some time in the pocket.
And Monken is going to be able to, and I saw some couple people come out saying that they've had interactions players. They like his straightforward approach. It's different from Stefanski. And you got you figured out this year, let these guys who's on your roster, if they ain't the guy, you got 2 first-round picks this year, 2 first-round picks next year. You have enough cracks at the apple to go get your guy and find someone. So if you can build the offensive line, you could get them into a system with a solid offensive line. It makes more sense. You hope, if I'm them, I'm hoping Shedeur is the guy because it's so much easier when you already have the guy to then go find the guy. Yeah. So you got to give them all opportunities I think it's Shedeur and Deshaun Watson. Those my 2 options this year. And if I don't have them next year, quote unquote, it's a good quarterback class.
Yeah, you know how I feel about that. You got anything else?
Shout out to the Cowboys in the sense they could have tried to trade for Crosby and backed out the deal for Gary. I think that was the right thing to stay there. I like what Dallas is doing. I think let's see what they do in free agency. Well, free agency is here, but they do in the draft. Excuse me.
Yeah, they got Osa Odighizuwa out the building. So that's just addition by subtraction right there. He just was not been good on their defensive line.
Yeah, so let's see if they can make some good moves in the draft and draft some solid guys. We might be having a different conversation about Dallas.
I'd be afraid to play Luka Doncic right now.
Why?
That brother just had that kid like 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that, him and his woman ain't together no more. She done moved back to Slovenia, kept the kids with her. Now they in a custody battle. Whew. Well, fellas, you got to be more careful. 2 months? 2 months and y'all already fighting for custody? I thought he was about to get married.
Yeah, he was fine. He was engaged, but he dodged a bullet, and he dodged a bullet in this sense. He didn't marry her. And I don't know if he was going to do a prenup or whatever, but he didn't marry her.
I don't want to hear that. No, because you already had the kids with him. You already messed up. You already messed up the church's money. Nah, man. I ain't trying to be.
That's
you
true.
tied to her for life. Just because you ain't got no rent, you tied to her for life. You put kids
tied
in
for
her.
life.
Put 2 kids in her.
The only thing I would say about Luka, I ain't really bad because my boy is going to opt out in 2 years. He's about to get a $500 million bag on top of it. So Luka's going to be out.
He's going to get $800-900 million. Ain't Shea at 700?
Nah, I don't know. Shea's at 4? Damn, you talking about? Nah, I think the first $500 million guy is going to be Luka or Anthony Edwards.
No. He get he's at $71 million a year. Shea is. I mean, how much per year? Luka's probably going to be the first $80 million guy.
Yeah, he will. Richter will be the first $100 million guy, or Anthony Edwards, one of those guys.
$100 million a year is crazy. I got to be honest with you, Sean. I don't think I love anything that much to like. If I got that after my rookie deal, that would be my last contract. I wouldn't even play a third contract. I had rookie deal, $100 million a year for 4 years, and then just go live the rest of my life. Bro. I'm being honest with you. That's boy, that's
that's normal. That's what Messi and what's his name, Ronaldo has been getting for years.
I know. I'm just saying, and the fact that they still playing, shout out to them because boy,
it's a love.
Home, but I might get that itch again. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a love.
But I tell you this: after that $100 million a year contract, I take the minimum. After that, build me a championship team. I
would say this.
400 M's in the bank. I ain't taking the minimum. I
ain't taking the minimum.
Good little 20 mil a year and we cool.
If I'm someone like Shea, no, actually, if I'm Wemby, first of all, the way he's playing, that guy is gonna win like 4 or 5 MVPs. Like he's 5 to 10 defensive players. He should be third in the defense of the MVP this year, but the MVP trophy is gonna be his soon. But if I'm him, he's gonna make so much money off the court. I want to keep that team and that talent around that team. I didn't think it was gonna work with Fox. Shout out to Mitch Johnson. He should be in the conversation for Coach of the Year because I did not know that team was going to be this good right now. Woo! That team is the same way I thought about OKC last year. I didn't even think their ceiling's higher than OKC because I think Harper and Castle, their ceilings are higher than. No disrespect to Chet. I think Chet has the lowest ceiling out of the core of those two teams. I do. And Wemby kills Chet every time he sees him.
Boy, he sees it's the new Jokic and Rudy Gobert.
He just see him. So I don't. And Jalen Williams is good, but I think Harper is gonna be special. Like it's gonna be those two teams. The West is in good hands for the next 5 years.
All right. Well, we'll be back Monday or Tuesday. Most likely Monday. Got to get out of here. Take it easy.
Damn, it's already.